All right, I think you know these first two, so I hope you sing along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me, through the mind of God within me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me, everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me, through the mind of God within me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me, everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me, through the mind of God within me. Take it, Tina. Everything I need to know about what lies before me, everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me, is available to me, through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me, through the mind of God within me. Holy, holy, holy ground, we are standing on holy ground. Love and light and joy abound. We are standing on holy ground. Holy, holy, holy ground. We are standing on holy ground. Love and light and joy abound. We are standing on holy ground. Holy, holy, holy ground. We are standing on holy ground. Love and light and joy abound. We are standing on holy ground. Last time. Holy, holy, holy ground. We are standing on holy ground. Love and light and joy abound. We are standing on holy ground.
Woo! Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa, and thank you to Chris and Tina and Brett and Tony for sharing that wonderful music with us this morning. I'm Reverend Russ Laguerre, and I am your assistant minister here at the center, and I'm so thrilled to be with you today on Pi Day. If you are joining us for the first time, we especially want to welcome you. Please know that your children are welcome here with you, sitting in the sanctuary. We have our family room back in the corner, and we also have our kids' table outside where you can sit and color with your kids if that's what you want to do. And please know that we're working very hard to bring back childcare here at the center as well, and there will be more to come about that when we get closer to December. And we might even post your kids' crayon art on our bulletin board. And I think there's some adults on there too. So that's okay. Thank you also to our wonderful and amazing live streamers. We're so grateful that you're joining us online and that you've been sharing this time with us. We really appreciate you. And if you're on Facebook and you're on YouTube and you love watching us and you want to share us with other people, please do so with that share button and that like button. We really appreciate that. That helps us to get the word out about our wonderful teaching here at the center. And if you're wondering what's going on here at the center throughout the week, beyond just our Sunday services, you can always find out on our website, cslsr.org. And there you'll find our Sunday bulletin by clicking on the photo of the old-fashioned typewriter on our website. And that Sunday bulletin contains everything that's happening throughout the month here at the center, and there's quite a lot. So I encourage you to check that out. Also, if you are new, or maybe you're just looking for a little bit of a refresher, we have a pamphlet at our information desk called What We Believe, and that has a nice summary of everything that we have to teach and offer here at the center. So if you're looking to kind of find out more about what our the spiritual side of us is, that's a really great way to get plugged into that. If you're online, you can send an email to Linda Han, whose email address is on our website, and she'll send you a digital copy of that What We Believe pamphlet. Now, at the Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa, we are motivated by a vision of a healthy, loving world. It is known as the global vision, and it calls us to imagine a world that works for everyone. We envision a world which has renewed its emphasis on beauty, nature, and love through the resurgence of creativity, art, and aesthetics. And we follow our vision through the 4 primary values of our center. And would you please read them out loud with me? Well, you can repeat after me: spiritual living, integrity, love, and compassion. Now, speaking of love and compassion, our center uses flowers to send messages of love and compassion to one another. And these beautiful flowers here before me are from the CSLSR Cancer Thrivers Group. And the CSLSR Cancer Thrivers Group dedicates these flowers today to the memory of co-founder Penny Elliott. Penny's vision of a group that explored the spiritual aspects of the cancer journey has served many, and we miss her. So I know that somewhere between the music, the meditation, the prayer, the practices, and Dr. Edwards' message today is exactly what you need to experience for the next step of your spiritual unfoldment. Please know that you are so very welcome here. Now enjoy some music before our short time of silent contemplation.
Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table, loving kindnesses to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living. Every single behind me. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table, loving kindnesses to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day. And I give thanks for the knowing. I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray. And I thank you, God. Oh, I thank you, God, for one good day.
There is one life, one love, one power for good. Spirit is the peace, the ever-giving presence, the creator of all things. It is the source of all good and source of wisdom and the power for good. And we are all connected by that spiritual essence, for it is truly everywhere and available all the time. And all of these qualities of spirit is who I am, and everyone here. We all have an equal share of love and peace, of wisdom and the power for good. It is who we are at the center of our being. And from this place of unification, I now declare that I open to allow these qualities of spirit to shine through me. I open and step forward into love, into more peace, into more harmony. I declare that it is good. And I speak a word about the service this morning. I know it as unfolding perfectly, just as it should, as we celebrate our community with food and thanksgiving. And so with great gratitude, I can release my word now into the law and just let it be. And so it is. Amen. Good morning. I'm Betty Smith. I'm a licensed prayer practitioner here at the center. And our affirmation today is, I am grateful for all of my journey.
Somewhere on your journey, some time ago, someone broke a sacred trust. And the hurt and the anger continue to grow, slow like a mountain, a glacier of ice. You get used to the load, make room for the size, till now it bends you to the ground. You could carry that weight for 1,000 miles, or you could just lay it down, down. You could just lay it down. You say what was done took your breath away, left your words out in the wind. And if you hold this burden like an iron gate, nothing gets out and nothing gets in. But as you grow weary and time steals the days, your grip, it starts shifting round. You can carry that weight for 1,000 ways, or you can just lay it down, down. You can just lay it down. You can just lay it down. This trial is over when you say so. You don't have to wait anymore. And it doesn't really matter when you let it go. There's nobody counting, no one to keep score. A little forgiveness from deep inside, that's where mercy is found. Now you have carried that weight for 1,000 times, and now you can lay it down, down. Now you can lay it down. could have carried that weight till the end of time, but now you can lay it down.
Thank you very much, Tina, Brett, Tony, and Christopher. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here this morning. Good morning. I see some old friends here that haven't been here for a while. Welcome, welcome. And I see some long time, I nearly said old friends again, but people who have been here coming back to the center and bringing us back to life. Hello to our online viewers also. It's so lovely to be here with you. Welcome home. Let us begin today with a contemplation. Now, you can keep your eyes open if you want to, but if it is comfortable for you to do so and it feels safe and cozy, you can let your eyes close and imagine that these words are your own, in your own head or words similar to them. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I begin each day anew with a clear mind and an attitude of wholeness. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I live my life authentically, easily expressing my unique self. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I am sincere and honest, and I find it easy to communicate openly. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I know how to listen deeply and to understand easily. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I have what it takes to be secure and confident in my choices. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I am aware of the sacredness of my life and all life. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I have stamina and endurance, and I remain open to learning in new ways and seeing new paths, even right now. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I express compassion and understanding and loving kindness and empathy. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I enjoy growing and learning. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I commune with creation, honoring nature and all beings. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I am confident and I am filled with strength and conviction. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I make myself at home in my heart. And so it is. There is a creative power running through everything, through you and through me. And spiritual living is about taking the time, like we just did, to mindfully reconnect with it. Not that we can be disconnected, but in our awareness to reconnect, to remember it, so that we can move about this world with confidence and courage. And this creative power, we say, is everywhere. Everywhere. So wherever I am, I'm at the center of it. I am at home in the heart of creation, and it is at home in my heart. Now, home is a topic, it's something that comes up in the holiday season. Where is home? And for many, family visits to home represent a time of recreation and renewal, with the people gathering with friends and family, and the promise of shared love and all sorts of great home-cooked favorites. And for others, the thought of returning home can evoke a variety of emotions, including sadness, maybe even shame, or anxiety, or anger. Holiday visits home may remind us of loved ones who have passed on or left the family fold through divorce, disagreements. And we might also, when we think of going home, be reminded of past or present disagreements that are not resolved. And so they represent some kind of discomfort. And for some people, it's a combination of all of these things. And for other people, it's none of these things. A long time ago, when we used to hand out roses to first-time visitors when they came here, I see some of you are nodding, you remember, while we were handing out the roses, we would sing to the visitors. We would sing the chorus of the song, "Home is Where the Heart Is." It's written by Sally Fingeret, and I used to enjoy Peter, Paul, and Mary singing it. It's dating myself a little bit. So when the first-timers were being identified, we would sing to them, "Home is where the heart is." And then the third line is, "Inside your heart where love is, that's where you've got to make yourself at home." That's where you've got to make yourself at home. And I loved that we sang that to our guests, because it was a reminder to me that home is more than a place. It's more than a building or a country. It's a reminder that wherever a person's heart is, that's where their home is. So, no matter where someone is born, or where they grew up, or where they spend their holidays, or what their family configuration looks like, the experience of home is where love is. We aspire at the Center for Spiritual Living to be a place where love is experienced. And to us, love is a synonym for the divine, for the living Spirit. So we could say we aspire to be a place where the divine is experienced as love through the way we treat each other, through the songs we sing, through the prayers we pray, through the pie we eat today, through our service to the world. We aspire as a community to become familiar with this experience of being so consciously connected to what lives in our heart that no matter how far or wide we roam, the experience of spiritual home accompanies us. It goes with us. So this holiday season, whether I'm going to my family of origin or to my family of choice, to my ancestral home, or to my home in nature, or to be alone in solitude, I go there aware of what is already in my heart, the living Spirit, and I carry that with me into the holiday activity to make everywhere my home. At the Center for Spiritual Living, we aspire to be a place also where spiritually minded people can be socially connected too, so we can learn together and play together and grow together. Because it turns out that not only are social connections good for us physically and for our hearts and our minds and our spirits, but also it turns out that social connections to your spiritual community Turns out this is a strong factor in giving us the confidence that is needed to meet life. There's so much research out there that shows that for children and for adults, the strength and the quality of social connections, and I'll add spiritual community, and I'll add, and the knowledge of what lives in our heart, the living spirit, is what makes the difference in being able to meet life. Wherever you plan to spend your holidays, I'd like to offer you some practical suggestion for getting through them mindfully. And I call this one, making all the parts of you welcome at home in your heart. Because you likely know that in addition to the living spirit, inside of you, there are all these parts, these voices, these characters, and they're busy. Oh, perhaps you remember we used to have sidewalk used book sales. Disastrous, because I always take home more books than I donated. And I remember one year picking up a book because the title just grabbed me. The title was, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. It's about the power of self-talk. And self-talk is all that stuff that you and I say to ourselves in the silence of our own minds. And it's powerful stuff because it affects our mood. It can make us happy or sad. It can become self-fulfilling prophecies when it's over and over and over again. It can convince us of something that isn't true. It can inspire us to do things we are nervous doing, and so on. And it turns out that the value of becoming aware of self-talk is that you and I can then begin to see the direction in which it is leading us. In other words, notice who inside is running the show. And is it the living spirit? Oh. So reading the book all those years ago, I noticed that there was more than just one conversation going on inside of me. And I was able to identify all these different voices, and I likened it, suggested by the book, I likened it to an inner board of trustees or a committee, each with a different role, a specific role, each with a different level of maturity, and each with a different style of communication. One of them hurt by childhood experiences. One of them grieving an injustice that happened in the family. One of them an unrealistic optimist. One of them dreadfully pessimistic. And one of them longing for connections, and the other one just wanting to be alone. It was eye-opening for me to listen to and feel all of this inner activity and to accept it as part of me. And now I see it in other people. I see it in friends. I see it. They got lots going on in there. Maybe you recognize this too. And sometimes, my experience, one voice can dominate the others. So here's a helpful question. Whether sitting at the Thanksgiving table or negotiating a contract for a new job or working on an unresolved relationship issue or trying to reconcile another piece of bad news about a mass shooting in Colorado Springs in a gay club, or trying to figure out how to lend support to the uprising of women in Iran, or deciding what to do today. to pause and ask, which inner member of my committee, of my board of trustees, is running the show? Which inner voice is taking up most of the time? Which part of me is setting the tone and the direction? Which voice inside of me is influencing the conversation and making the decisions? I told a friend of mine about this amazing discovery that I had all these voices inside of me. And she said, let's sit down and identify all of my voices. She got all excited about it. And she came up with roles for each one of them. And she said, there's the president of my board, who's kind of creative, although a little bit flighty, but very confident. There's the parental protector. There's the attention seeker. There's the fault finder. These are her names. She said, there's the optimist. And this was good. She said, and there's that one who wonders what it would be like to be the president and have some influence, but is so busy pleasing everybody else that she never makes a decision. And she said, oh, and there's the treasurer. I love the way she described her treasurer. She says, the treasurer never really went to accounting school. So she bases all of her decisions on how her parents did it. And then she said, and there's the vice president in me who just knows she could do a better chance if she only had the nerve to speak up. A better job. We had so much fun doing this, and you might find some value in playfully exploring what's going on inside there too. My friend had a realization. It was very helpful to me. She said, you know, at any moment I realized as president of my board, I could step in lovingly to influence the way the meeting is going. I went, wow. Remember that meditation we started with? That's how you step in. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I know how to listen, to understand, to decide, and to speak. Now, I noted that my friend said, I can lovingly step in. She didn't say, I'm getting in there, I'm shutting down that meeting, I'm taking over. I'm going to eliminate those voices I don't like, and I'm going to go with the ones that agree with me. I'm going to get rid of the troublemakers. No, she didn't say that. She said, I'm going to step in with love, and I'm not going to alienate voices in me because they're part of me. I'm going to embrace all of the parts of me and welcome them into that place where love is, my heart, with as much understanding as I can. And you know, after that, I watched my friend change. It seemed to me that she started to be aware in a different way. I watched her in the middle of her conversation, pausing. It's like she's checking what's going on, taking a breath and changing the direction of the conversation. It was a miracle. I'm so grateful that she taught me that. How to pay kind-hearted attention to who and what is talking inside of me. Is it the one who believes, or is it the one who doubts everything, or is it both at the same time? Is it the one that loves to predict the worst outcome, or is it the one who trusts and is hopeful, or is it both of them at the same time? And paying attention in this way, I've noticed that not all the members of my inner committee are equally emotionally mature or confident. Some need a little hand-holding. Some need to be heard. And I learned I don't ever want to put some part of me down, you know. Rather, I want to notice and acknowledge, oh, that part of me is nervous. I wonder why. Oh, that part of me is bossy today. I wonder why. Oh, that part really knows something. I wonder if I could listen a little more carefully and compassionately. Because that kind of compassion allows growth. That kind of compassion with children creates confidence. Oh, that kind of compassion with pets creates devotion. That sort of compassion with ourselves leads us back to our heart where love is, a sense of wholeness and belonging. Holiday question for you. What part of you is running the show? Is one part looking forward to and the other part dreading? And is there an opportunity to ask whatever part is dominant, how can I support you? There's a second step. You might ask yourself playfully, what kind of president do I want to be? Do I let the inner meetings descend into chaos? Or am I willing to step in lovingly and set the tone? Am I going to let decisions be made haphazardly, or am I going to bring my guiding principles, my values into play and see if I can help? Are you just going to go wherever all the voices, like, are you going to just follow the mass of voices, or are you going to get in there and embrace and see if you can formulate a shared vision? What you are saying to yourself matters. Why? Because there is a creative power that's flowing through you, tending to express itself in the direction of what's going on inside of you. We started with a contemplation. So I'm going to end with the same one. I'm going to invite you to step in to your own meeting and talk to yourself like this, perhaps closing your eyes. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I begin each day with a clear mind and a clear attitude of wholeness. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I live my life authentically, easily able to express my unique self. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I am sincere and honest, and I find it easy and easier to communicate openly. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I know how to listen deeply and understand. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I have what it takes to be confident and secure in my decisions. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I am aware of the sacredness of my entire inner life. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I have endurance and energy. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I am open to learning and understanding. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I enjoy living and growing. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I commune with creation. I honor nature and all beings. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I am confident and secure because I am filled from within by its strength. Through the power of the living Spirit within me, I make myself at home in my heart, and my heart is in the heart of creation. And then let the next breath you take be deeper than the one before, like this, followed by a sigh. Let us use that breath to make a transition from our contemplation to the activity in the sanctuary. This is the time in our time together where we would typically pass the basket for our offering as our way of supporting our center financially. To add that to all the other ways that we support our center, through service, through kind-hearted prayers, through social activities, through being together. You heard Reverend Russ say last week that we are bringing the basket back, because so many people have said, I miss that ceremony. Even just seeing it go around the room. So we're going to have our trial run, our first practice on Thanksgiving Eve. If we get that right, we can do anything. So just imagine with me today that that's what's happening. The basket is going around to receive the love and the affirmation. And I remember when we used to pass the basket, because some people like to give their donation through text to give nowadays with that number, and other people like to give through all the other ways that are available. You can find them on our website, or they send in their check, and so they would be in the service. But as the baskets came around, they just touched it as a symbol of their heart connection to supporting the center. So I invite you to place your hand on your chest as a symbol of your heart connection to the center, and think with me of all the ways that you are part of this community and how you've supported it by your presence, by tuning in, by loving the people, by participating, by donation, whatever it is. And say after me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and prosper. It does amazing work in the world. And so it is. And then the ushers would move among us. So just imagine that with me. There they go. It is time for our assistant minister, Reverend Russ, to give us some information about our community events. Come on up, Reverend Russ.
Thank you, Dr. Edward, for that message and for helping us imagine those baskets pass. So I wanted to talk a little bit about our art show fundraiser with the art that has been so generously donated by Michael Seymour. It is safe to say that it has been a wild success. We have sold a good portion of all of the paintings and sculptures that are out there in our social hall, so much so that we've raised almost $8,000 for the center. Yeah. So there are still paintings for sale. There are still sculptures for sale. So if you're looking for a wonderful holiday gift, there is plenty to choose from still. So I really encourage you to check that out and see if there's something that catches your eye, because there's quite a lot of variety out there. Also, you didn't see when you were coming in because we didn't put them out yet. We didn't want to, tempt anyone yet. But today is our pie day. So I'm wondering, have you brought your stretchy pants? Okay. Our pie party is right after this service in a few minutes from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. So whether or not you brought a pie, please please take advantage of all of the wonderful, amazing variety of pies. I took a little quick look during our service today and saw like there is an amazing variety that is out there, and it was continuing to grow as I was coming back in here. So there's a lot of pie. You'll have the opportunity to take some pie home with you if that's what you like to do. I also saw gluten-free and sugar-free pies out there if that's your thing. So we hope that you'll stick around and also enjoy some fabulous and amazing community, because that's why we share this food together, so that we get to all be friends together. So yeah, that's going to be wonderful. I hope you'll hang out there with us. Also, our Thanksgiving Eve service is fast approaching, and it's going to be happening this Wednesday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. And we hope that you'll join us for this very special service where we will celebrate our gratitude for our community with music and a message from Dr. Edward. You'll also have a chance to fill out your 2023 Thanksgiving intention card, which is different than your giving intention card. And if you're coming, you can RSVP on our website by clicking on the photo of the cornucopia. You don't have to, it just helps us out to have an idea of how many people are going to be here. And you can also indicate on that RSVP form if you would like to have us send you a Thanksgiving intention card. Also, if you're here in person today and you don't think you'll be able to make it, but you want to share your Thanksgiving intention with us, you can pick up one of those cards at our information desk on your way out today. Also, our Christmas Eve services are fast approaching, and we need your help. We have openings for our volunteer greeters and ushers to help us make this Christmas Eve service a wild and brilliant success. So if you are feeling like you'd like to be a greeter or an usher or help out in any way that you can, please let Linda Hand know at our information desk. You can also send her an email if you're watching online to get signed up. And we're just so grateful for all of the volunteers who are helping us out with that. It's going to be an amazing experience this year. Finally, if you are interested in serving on our amazing Board of Trustees in 2023, the deadline to apply is November 30th. Serving on our board is such a wonderful way to share your gifts and talents with our community, helping to hold the high watch and the vision for how we are of service to the community at large with our Science of Mind teaching here in Santa Rosa and beyond. So if you're interested, please click that Be a Trustee link on our website. Now, I would like to invite up the amazing Betty Smith again to tell us about an upcoming workshop she has.
Hi, everyone. I have a confession. I love to meditate. I love talking about it, and I love teaching it, and it's done me so much good over the last 30 plus years that I've been meditating. It helps to keep me grounded and centered and open to Spirit's wisdom and guidance. So I want to invite you all personally to a workshop I'm giving on December 3rd at 10 a.m. That's a Saturday. It's open to everyone, experienced meditators or beginners. And everyone gets a chance to speak because this is an interactive workshop, and we're going to be together live and in person right out there in the social hall. Perhaps you need a spark to keep your practice alive, or maybe you just want to meditate with others in a group, in person. The bookstore will be open after the workshop. And I'll have a sale on my CD recordings that I made last year. They're available either in, CD format or digital downloads. So December 3rd, it's a good time to slow down and choose self-care. I hope to see you there.
Thank you, Betty. Betty is definitely a meditation lover. She has been bringing meditation to our community for quite a while, and if you want to talk to her, she'll be available. You'll find her among the pie. It is time for us to complete our time together. If there is something that is incomplete in you, or if you cried yourself to sleep last night, or you have something in your heart that you just want to celebrate and have more of, you can get in-person prayer in the north wing. Just exit the building, turn left. Go there first, because if you have pie first, you may miss the opportunity. You can always get the pie afterwards. All right? So now, won't you please stand and join me in the affirmation by saying something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind, life is in my body, and life is in my affairs. I think it, I feel it, and I accept it just the way that it is. And just the way it is not. Had to think about that. Know with me that you are never alone, that Spirit is right where you are, that you have only to look within at any moment to know that you're guided, sustained, and inspired by a presence that expresses itself as you in this world. In deepest gratitude, let us live our lives accordingly, so that in everything that we do and say and think, we honor this presence within. And so it is. Let us close in song. I see you in the pie tables.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, we are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment